This week in tech, Apple's massive MacBook roadmap has leaked. Apple's smart glasses are finally getting closer to reality. New details about the 20th anniversary iPhone have surfaced. YouTube Premium is getting a major upgrade, and Amazon wants to connect your phone directly to satellites. So let's break these stories down. Let's start this week's episode with Apple, as the Mac is about to enter one of its biggest transformation phases ever. Apple is reportedly preparing updates for almost every Mac it sells, from laptops to desktops, with a wave of new devices expected across this fall and throughout the next few years. But the biggest change could be coming to the MacBook Pro. For 2026, Apple is expected to introduce a refreshed entry-level 14-inch MacBook Pro powered with a new M6 chip. But that's not the only major upgrade coming. Apple is reportedly working on a redesigned high-end 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro powered by the existing M5 Pro and M5 Max chips featuring an OLED display and for the first time ever a touchscreen, a feature that Apple has avoided for years. If you want to know more about Apple's upcoming OLED touchscreen MacBooks, we already have a dedicated video covering all the details. Make sure to check it out on our channel. But Apple's Mac plans doesn't stop there. The company is also reportedly preparing an OLED MacBook Air expected sometime around late 2027 or possibly 2028. And for the MacBook Pro lineup, Apple is already working on its next generation models powered by M7, M7 Pro and M7 Max chips, expected around 2027. Alongside these laptops, Apple is also working on an upgraded version of the Mac Mini and the Mac Studio, the newer chips. However, some launches could face delays due to ongoing memory chip supply challenges. From Macs, let's talk about the latest updates on Apple's upcoming smart glasses. With reports suggest Apple is aiming to unveil its first pair at WWDC next June, ahead of a consumer launch by end of 2027. Originally, Apple was expected to introduce these glasses much sooner, but the launch has been reportedly pushed back. And the reason isn't just about developing technology, it's about privacy. Apple is reportedly spending more time refining its privacy approach because camera-equipped glasses raise a major concern. This is the challenge Apple needs to solve before bringing the product to millions of users. And the timing is crucial. Apple is entering one of the biggest product cycles in its history. The company's 2027 lineup could include the 20th anniversary iPhone, a second generation phone-level iPhone, new home devices, upgraded AirPods with cameras, and a fresh Mac lineup. The last thing Apple wants is privacy concerns to overshadow one of its biggest years ever. Speaking of the 20th anniversary iPhone, the phone could bring one of the biggest display upgrades in the history of the iPhone. According to reports, Apple is testing a massive 6.96-inch display for the iPhone 20, a size that could be marketed as a 7-inch iPhone. To put that into perspective, Apple's latest iPhone displays have grown steadily over the years. Now Apple could be getting even closer to a 7-inch screen. But the size isn't the only major change. The 20th anniversary iPhone is rumored to feature a true edge-to-edge display, removing the visible cutout for dynamic island and creating a cleaner, uninterrupted screen experience. Apple is also reportedly exploring a curved display design, bringing a completely new look to the iPhone. If these rumors are accurate, Apple's 20th anniversary iPhone won't just celebrate 2 decades of the iPhone. It could represent the biggest design change we've seen in years. The screen just keeps getting bigger. And finally, a quick follow-up to a story we covered in last week's episode of What's Next. Apple has now officially launched Apple Upgrade, a new product leasing program. The program offers 12 and 24-month plans for iPhone and Apple Watch, while Mac and iPad are available for 24 and 36-month leasing options. Pricing starts at $17.99 a month for an iPhone, $11.99 for an Apple Watch, $24.99 for a Mac, and $11.99 for an iPad. This move makes Apple's ecosystem even more accessible by lowering the upfront cost of its devices. Now let's move away from Apple and talk about the biggest platform on the internet, YouTube. YouTube has announced a multi-year partnership with NBC Universal that will bring Peacock content directly into YouTube app for premium subscribers. Starting in 2027, YouTube Premium members will be able to watch Peacock shows, movies and live sports all without leaving the YouTube ecosystem. YouTube is slowly becoming more than just a video platform. With streaming services becoming more expensive and fragmented, companies are looking for ways to bundle more content into single subscription. YouTube Premium already offers ad-free videos, YouTube Music and other features, and adding Peacock could make it stronger competition in the streaming space. The standard YouTube Premium plan currently costs $15.99 per month, making this one of the biggest additions to the service yet. And finally, let's look at a technology that could completely change the way we stay connected. Amazon wants to bring your phone online from space. The company has filed an application with the FCC for a new low Earth orbit satellite network designed to provide direct-to-device connectivity. The goal? To let smartphones connect directly to satellites for voice calling, messages, data services and emergency communication, even in places where traditional mobile networks don't exist. If approved, Amazon plans to begin deploying a massive fleet of 5,000 satellites starting in 2028. The company also plans to partner with mobile network operators around the world, similar to how SpaceX has partnered with carriers for Starlink satellite connectivity service. Amazon is also expanding its position in the satellite space by acquiring Globalstar's satellite network and taking over its agreement to provide satellite connectivity services for Apple devices. The race for space-based connectivity is heating up, because in the future losing mobile signal could become the thing of the past. Whether you are in the middle of the city, traveling to remote areas or facing an emergency, your phone could stay connected directly through satellites above Earth. And that's everything next in the world of tech, from Apple's next big moves to the race for connectivity beyond Earth. Which story from this week's episode you are excited for the most? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this episode of What's Next, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you next week with another roundup of the biggest tech stories. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram for the latest tech updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.